Hey, hey, let's go ahead and get some messages from our ancestors. I am using the Halloween Oracle deck. So happy Halloween. It's the spooky time of year. So let's get some spooky messages and see what the ancestors have to say. Woo. Okay. So we got the veil, the future. Speaking of our ancestors, the veil is very thin in the month of October and November. So the veil is all about our future. And for some of you, it's like the veil is starting to be pulled back. It's like you might not be able to fully see how the future is going to play itself out, but I feel like the veil is very thin at this time. What else do we have for the collective spirit? Whoa, okay. We have Black Cat, fortune meets opportunity. So, have you been seeing black cats? Do you own a black cat? Um, also, some of you, this is about reading a book or writing a book. Maybe for some of you, your future is asking you to write this book. And it's a book about your life story. And what else do we have? Ooh, we have the cardinal here, the night song, which is your hidden talents. And what do we got for the bottom of the deck? Graveyard, unnecessary fear. Some of you guys are fearing the future. You're fearing the future. Um, some of you are fearing your hidden talents. Maybe one of your hidden talents is your psychic ability. It's almost like society makes us fear the unknown. It's like they make these movies that make psychics and all these other things so spooky, when really, in all actuality, we all have those abilities. And I think for some of you, it's like you're like this black cat. You're tuned into the ethereal realms. Pay attention to the cats, the black cats and the cardinals, which is, so apropos for October, is where, they used to always say the black cats, they were of the darkness and they're scary. And only witches have black cats. It's like the number 13 is supposed to be demonic, or 666. 666 is harmony, balance, reciprocity, family, give and take. It's funny because I see her eyes are covered, but then I can see the eyes in this one. So it's almost like paying attention to what you don't see. It's what's not available by the naked eye. I'm also getting, for some of you, you're seeing apparitions, okay? You might see like a shadow in the corner and you're like, wait, what was that? And it might freak you out. And, happens to the best of us, even those of us who are used to, those types of visualizations. It still catches you off guard. But I'm definitely getting like not fearing death. And I think that's a big one too, is like around this time, because we are in Scorpio season now, people start thinking more about death, about their ancestors and stuff that have passed away. But I do feel with the veil being very thin, you're going to be receiving more messages from your crossed over loved ones. For some of you, you might even see them out in public. It's like there's a look-alike, or you get a vision of them right next to you. Don't be afraid of death. For those who have already crossed over, they're happy where they are. They're not upset about it. Let's just put it that way. What do we got underneath here? The lamp, remembrance. So this is about remembering them for who they are and what they brought to you on this earth, the love that you shared with them. This is about you remembering your your calling. I'm even getting, for some of you, you're remembering your calling, why you were sent here in the first place. We have the hearth, which talks about happiness in our hearts and homes. So for some of you, this is about lighting fires and or lighting candles for your ancestors. This is about sitting around the bonfire, talking about the stories of the past, of past ancestors who you were fortunate enough to know. I do get that some of you guys are going to the cemetery. Maybe you're going to the cemetery to bring flowers to your loved ones. We do have the Day of the Dead coming up also. So maybe that's of importance. But being that we're in the month of October and we're now in Scorpio season, I do feel for a lot of you, you are tuning into crossed over loved ones. Let's see what they have to say. All right, angels, ancestors, what do we have? Ooh, ooh, you see that one fly out. What do we got here? Surrender. And that sits right underneath the veil. And that talks about the future. Surrender. They're guiding you right now. The ethereal realm is guiding you right now. The spirit realm, your ancestors, they're guiding you towards your calling. What do we have here for the black cat and fortune meets opportunities? Inner child healing. And then we have earth and grounding. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? Take charge and action. They're trying to help you move forward. So they're trying to help you overcome whatever fears, but these fears were instilled from childhood. It's just like the fear of death. People are petrified of death. There's nothing to be afraid of. We all do it. We go back into our soul self. And then we show our ancestors. I remember when my dad died, he kept showing up in black cats. Just randomly black cats, black cats, black cats. Everywhere I looked was a black cat. And a lot of people find their crossed over loved ones in cardinals. My dad was the black cat, and then he switched over to the cardinal. So I feel like my dad is definitely here in this reading as well. And again, this is about not being afraid to take charge and take action on moving forward in your life, to writing that book. People are so afraid to write their life story because they're afraid that people will, it's like when you write something on social media and everybody bashes you for it. Everybody's got an opinion, but nobody has the balls to do what you're doing. So who cares? You're going to have critics. That's the way it is. I feel like for some of you, it's like you don't even realize what your hidden talents really are. For some of you, this is about reading that book. And some of you, it's about needing a self-help book. You might come across one or somebody gifts you one randomly, but it's not random. It's because whoever this ancestor is triggering this other individual to be the conduit to give you the book that you need to read in order to help you heal. We just think, oh, this friend gave me this book or this person, or you just randomly found it in a bookstore. No, you didn't. For some of you, this is about working with children as well, maybe writing children's books. I'm also seeing someone here giving birth to an ancestor that passed away. So you're bringing the ancestor back into the earth as I'm looking at these two cards. See how she's holding the child here, right about the womb and the heart? And then you're seeing it grounding back down. I feel, and we also have the death card right here. So you're bringing an ancestor back into the physical realm. And it's because this ancestor had to cross over in order to learn. That's what the black cat sitting on all those books is about. I don't know if you can see that, but he's sitting on these books and he had to gain the wisdom in order for this black cat to come back out. And if it's not a black cat, for some of you, you had a black cat, the black cat passed away and is now coming back as a child. Or vice versa. You had a child that maybe you had a miscarriage and now that child is coming back as a black cat. That's only going to be for a small few of you. But for others of you, this is about giving birth to an ancestor who has already passed away. Some of you guys are going to be studying your ancestors. You're going back into your family tree. You're going to be finding things, finding out about things who have, about people who have passed away. Maybe you didn't necessarily know these individuals, but you're going to be learning something about the people who made a huge difference in your ancestral bloodline. And your life is going to be, it's going to make more sense. And then you're going to be like, oh my God. For some of you, you're going to realize, and I know this sounds really weird, but you're going to realize that you are this person that has passed away in your bloodline, reincarnated. I hope that makes sense. I get this for once I was blind, but now I can see. At once I was blind, but now I can see. Is that the saying? Let me know in the comments. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what you find. Allow that intrigue to take you further than you could ever go. Some people will probably try to tell you, oh, don't do that. You know, that's not a good idea. Do it anyway, especially if you feel called to do it. Okay, this is going to sound strange, but we are incarnate on this earth from many lifetimes. Someone that I am tapped into is going to be at a cemetery, and you are going to have found your past life grave, and you're going to feel called to it. There's going to be something there where you just feel this energy coming off of this grave, and you're going to have found where you were buried in a past life. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. And something's going to intrigue you about this grave. And I feel like you're going to go home and study this individual because you're not going to be able to get it off your mind. And that you're going to start studying this individual. And when you start studying this individual, you're going to realize, like, oh my God, that's me. You're going to see that you were a warrior in a past life. Ooh, I got chills. Ooh, I got chills. And you're going to have a second opportunity to do things differently because you're going to see the parallel to the life that you're living compared to the life that you were living in a past life based off of what you learn from this individual and their life. And listen, we don't just incarnate into the same family all the time, right? You're going to learn something about this person that you're going to know it was you. And then you're going to realize, oh shit, I need to do things differently. Like in my past life, I did it this way. Now in this life, I'm running parallel and I need to do things, the opposite, the mirror reflection of how I did it. Because I think that that's why or how you ended up passing away in a past life and you didn't finish out the karma. So you had to go back into the ethereal realm in order to come back into this realm to have a do-over. And I think that some of you guys are going to realize the do-over. But it's going to be, for some of you, has to do with you walking through a cemetery. The cemetery is, it's going to draw you to a certain place. You're not going to have to go searching for it. It's just all you have to do. And it's not because I'm sitting here telling you to go to the cemetery. If the cemetery has been calling you in, it's because there's something there that you're not seeing that is going to become visible, that you're going to end up learning from this situation. For others of you, this is about somebody who passed away in your family tree, and you are the reincarnate of this individual. And it's going to help tune you in to the hidden talents, and you're going to feel complete. You're going to feel like, oh my goodness. Okay. That makes so much sense as to why I am the way I am, why I operate the way I do, why I think the way I do, why I'm intrigued by A, B, C, and D, why I kept watching these movies, why I kept, feeling called to this space. It's all gonna click. Ooh, and I'm getting goosebumps again. I'm not even kidding. My arm hairs are standing straight up. I don't know if you can see that. And for others of you, you are going to, for those of you who are having children, um, they're going to incarnate as that crossed over loved one. Wow, what powerful messages. I'm not kidding. Like, my arm hairs are still standing straight up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but no joke. Like, whew, I got goosebumps like no other. Wow. Whew. I love these messages. So this is my spooky Halloween version. Let me know what you guys think about this. I think I'm going to be doing these periodically throughout the rest of the month and into November as we go through the Day of the Dead. But just remember that the veil is very thin right now, and a lot of past life memories can come through. This is a really good time for you guys to delve into the taboo parts of life. That's what Scorpio represents. It's tarot cards, witches, past life, anything esoteric. What does esoteric mean? Anything that is hidden. Okay. And we talk about that. The hidden, it is the hidden messages, because not everything is so black and white and so surface. There's a lot of color in between. So pay attention to the dreams that you guys are having. I feel like for some of you, you're going to be visited by black cats and cardinals. Very, very interesting. And pay attention to that book. And for those of you who are supposed to be starting that book, definitely do so. Somebody here is also going to open up a book that is going to help them heal. And maybe it was your own journal. Maybe it's time for you to go back in your journal. I feel like for a lot of you, if you had a lot of questions in your journal, you're going to be able to answer those questions now. I love you guys all so much. If you're interested in a personal reading, thefootstepstopeace.com. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you guys like this reading. Let me know how it resonates with you. I love you guys all very much, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care.